Aquarius, welcome to your Timeless Tarot message. Aquarius, keep in mind that whenever Spirit leads you to this particular message, then that is the time that is meant for you to hear it. This message is timeless, timeless, timeless. If you've never visited my channel before, welcome. I'm Gigi, also known as the Groovy Brown Goddess. Let me get my last couple of shuffles in while I ask Spirit to give me messages, what Aquarius really needs to know right now. And up first, we have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is talking about creativity here because that's exactly what I saw when I flip this card onto the table. Is the creative spark is so important at this time. It's it's really important for you to look at things in a new and different way or just view them from a different angle. I'm hearing that Aquarius, you may have been stuck in looking at a situation in a very, very certain way with a very, very narrow viewpoint, and spirits asking that you widen that viewpoint and try to see things from another perspective. Step back even and take some time away and then come back to deal with something as well. That helps to kind of allow you to get into a mindset of doing that. Next up, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Surely success will be forthcoming, and I'm feeling like it's going to be forthcoming quickly. A lot of times Pentacles feel slow to me, but in this case it's like bam, with that huge pentacle on the card, it feels like, okay, this is coming in a big way, and it'll come in fast. Of course, if you do the work, being advised by spirit to look at something differently. I really feel like you're going to come up with this aha insight that's going to open a door for you. And especially those of you who may be seeking work at this time, look at the ways in which you are accustomed to going about doing that and look at it from a different angle and see what you need to tweak. This can also, for some of you, be relevant in relationships. Like I've been feeling that ever since that Page of Pentacles, I'm sorry, Page of Cups hit the table here. We have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is talking about someone who does have the power, um, stepping in on your behalf and opening doors, as we were talking about, for you. So this may involve some networking, getting out of your shell and talking to other people, and not just talking to anybody and everybody. The King of Swords is someone who is a big deal. So, not being afraid to step out of your shell and start that conversation, or if an opportunity presents itself to start a conversation with someone of that nature, not being afraid to really just go for it and talk to them on their level about the things that are important to you at this time. This King of Pentacles, or King, I keep saying Pentacles for every card, and it's not the case. But nothing is said in a reading that's a mistake. So Pentacles, Pentacles, coins, coins, money, money coming your way, Aquarius, if you can get into this mode of thinking and acting. King of Swords, which I was going to say, is someone, like I said before, he has considerable influence. And in this case, the person that I'm feeling is this person that can open doors for you is a male. Sometimes a king or a queen comes up and you see it in different ways, and the gender on the card may not relate to what's happening in reality. But in this case, I do feel like it is a male who can open these doors for you. He's very smart, intellectual. When I say smart, he's very his mind is very quick. So remember this when you do have this conversation. Don't get stuck in the conversation repeating things and stumbling with your words. Use your words wisely, be succinct, and, you know, set it out in front of this person. He doesn't like people who beat around the bush with what they're saying. So be direct, in other words, is what I'm saying. We also have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. And that Ace of Wands, wow, with those sunflowers there, those seem to, I'm just hearing this buzzing sound in my ear, and I'm getting this little, I just saw this little vision of people talking in your ear, um, making you doubt yourself, Aquarius, making you, and it may not be haters. It could be very well haters, but it may not be like hater type people. These are people who want to look out for your best interests and are like, oh, maybe that's not a good idea. You shouldn't exactly, you know, that kind of thing. Trying to help you, but also talking you down out of something that can work for you. So, as we were talking in that Page of Cups initially, having to look at things differently, step away even, and you'll get that burst of insight. And you got to trust that insight when it comes. Okay. So, trust the insight so that it can lead you down the path that you need to be on, and there will be naysayers in your ear, and you just have to focus. Like, I'm seeing that wand there as laser focus in this case, okay? And know that you will, with the Five of Swords, at some point along this journey, before you end up getting what you want here, you're going to meet up with some actual contention. Now, this is where the true haters come in, right? There may be a fight for what it is that you have your mind set on. And, you know, someone who's willing to come in at the last minute and try to steal it right as it comes into your grasp. And I feel like that's a last second play that happens. And so you have to stay incredibly focused throughout this whole process. Incredibly focused. Don't get caught up in that fight, because these individuals, from what I'm seeing with this Five of Swords, these are individuals that are just doing it to do it. They're doing it because they're haters, because they don't want anybody else to succeed over them. So keep that in mind and don't get caught up in the back and forth of that. Stay focused and keep fighting to the end for yourself. Wow, Aquarius. This yeah. This is a situation, really, I'm feeling very strongly for some of you, is going to lead you down a path of learning new things that are really going to boost you, especially from a prosperity perspective. It's an opportunity to learn and not be afraid to be the student all over again so that you can rise to the top. Stick with it, Aquarius. It's already destined for you. But even when something is destined for you, you have to make the right moves and put in the work. You can't just sit back and expect it to come to you. Okay? Those are your messages, Aquarius. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you for being here today.